turn the page. John, as you know, came from a humble and tough beginning, spending his childhood in various children's homes until his early teens. The life of a war baby wasn't always good. At times it was extremely tough. This followed John into later life and helped with his future success in business and later facing his disabilities, giving him his strength and his determination. Back to earlier days, this ability to be able to handle himself. In his early 20s, he joined the British Army, serving very proudly with the 2 Paras. After leaving the Paras, John joined the Merchant Navy. He traveled the world. Many stories the book has to tell, also of this period in his life. Now, John, after this stint with the Navy, returned to Civvy Street, when he took up lorry driving for a living. John's life then certainly took a turn for the better, because he met the beautiful Christine. They were married and moved to Cornwall in 1983. Shortly after settling, he started a flat roofing business. It was to become what we all now know as JR Roofing. He quickly became very well known throughout Cornwall. As you probably know, everywhere he goes, he knows someone or they know him, and liked and respected by all. But then, he can be just at home in the transport calf as he is in the Savoy Hotel. He is one of the old school, as they say. Through business, John was invited to join the Chamber of Commerce and was soon to become president. Wow, we say. But don't be too in awe, because this was short-lived. As in true JR style, he gave an honest answer and solution to a question asked at a meeting. They asked for ideas on how to improve Red Ruthz. Quick as a flash, JR replied, "Bulldoze a lot and use the hardcore to start again." It was a cracker, but he was never voted in again. Surprise, surprise. At the age of 50, John was diagnosed with Parkinson's, but in true JR fashion, he fought it and managed to lead a relatively near normal life. But it was tough going even for him. And in 2010, John was diagnosed with cancer. Now, this unfortunately aggravated Parkinson's. But once again, the fighting spirit of the tiger came through. He just faces it head on and gets on with life, remaining his jovial self who never complains. Well, John was never going to be put down. He's always stood up for his rights, sometimes getting him into bother. However, one escapade made national acclaim for him in the media when he, with a team of 10 men, commando style, hijacked a cruiser worth $23,000 from the Norfolk Broads. And this was in a dispute over a bad debt. So remember, never owe the man money. John was also very athletic and always kept himself in trim. He was in 1989 a bronze medal winner in the British Open Judo Championship. He was also a national official and teacher with the British Judo Association, along with a mutual friend, Peter Udry. Moving on to 1990, John, with 2 others, did a jailbreak from Dartmoor Prison. No, he wasn't locked up. It was for charity. He got to Brazil. John's team raised £6,000 for the Spastic Society, the highest sum ever at that time. He has since also raised many thousands for Parkinson's Disease Society. Then we say, is there no end to this man's notoriety? He is personally known to General Sir Mike Jackson, retired head of the British Army, and John's former commanding officer. He was instantly recognized by him at a reunion some 30 years on. Now, John would just like me to say a very big thank you to you, Christine, for putting up with him all these years, and for the trouble he caused at times, with her not knowing who was going to knock on the door or what would be the next escapade. But they have survived. John wishes it to be known, Christine, that he loves you loads and is very, very proud of you. And when John was diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer in 2010, giving him only 6 months, the family asked him to make a wish list. And this included, amongst other things, a luxury cruise, Cyprus holiday, a trip to Norway to see the Northern Lights. I have to say this has all been achieved by the family, and it's been surpassed with 2 more holidays to Cyprus. And I say, good on you, John, keep making the list, but don't bankrupt the kids. It just remains to say on John's behalf a very, very big thank you to you all, to all the tradesmen that have worked on his extension, and a very big thank you to you all for attending this very wonderful occasion to celebrate John's life with his wonderful family, who he gives his overwhelming thanks and love. It remains to say thank you to everyone, and please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Let's have a bigger round of applause for the speaker. Thank you very much. Thank you, John.